All right, guys. So, is this a sign of things to come? Are the mandates almost over? We see this week a raft of protesters. The capital city, Canberra, has been taken over by protesters, and they're standing up against these mandates. And so, I'm just giving you a highlight of some of the things that are happening right now in Australia and across the world as well. Inspired by truckers in Canada, the Australian people have taken a convoy to Canberra.
Today we have responded to about 500 protesters who attended the front gates of Government House. The crowd there were generally well behaved and peaceful, and no arrests were made. We are expecting activity tomorrow around Canberra, predominantly at Parliament House. We're asking Canberrans to plan their trips into town tomorrow, and if they need to get to locations where protesters may be, please allow for additional travel time. I'm happy to take on any questions.
The convoy to Canberra has grown over the course of the week as politicians prepare to return on Monday. Here's Chris Uhlmann again.
They came in their thousands to the national capital, marching on Old Parliament House. And then the new. They come from across Australia, from all walks of life, men and women, from the left and right of politics, from First Australians,
from my people, my culture,
through families to extremists like the neo-fascist Proud Boys, the only ones in the crowd wearing masks. They have an array of grievances, from vaccine mandates to conspiracy theories. One thing unites them: their hatred of politicians and a media they say lies to them.
We have a corrupt system of government.
Parliament is now a locked-off fortress surrounded by police, and when the politicians return on Monday, they'll witness yet another sign that this will be a bitter election year.
That's right. On Monday, convoys of cars, utes and caravans converged in Canberra, or more specifically, the Parliamentary Triangle, and they've been camped there ever since.
They're from WA, they're from South Australia, they're from the top end up in Cairns, and there will be more people coming and following.
But what sparked this sudden road trip to the capital? Well, the answer lies in Canada. A few weeks ago, a convoy hit the road protesting the Canadian and US laws requiring truck drivers crossing the border to be fully vaccinated. But here, it's evolved into something uniquely Australian, with members of the Aboriginal Tent Embassy joining hands and declaring the protest site sovereign land.
And what do you want? What's the purpose of this?
Our land, our freedom, stop the mandates, get rid of the government, set us all free.
Demonstrators were under pressure not to talk to the media, and many wouldn't have a bar of us.
It seems like it's a really diverse group of people here. Can you help us understand how all these different people come together?
Everybody's feeling the same thing.
We're all affected.
They're all affected by one part of what the government is doing to them. So essentially, we want this government to go, and we want to have people that are with us, not dictating to us.
There seemed to be a newfound sense of unity, even among those who've had arguments with those closest to them.
Have you fallen out with your family?
No, it's all because of the brainwashing and the system. People have lost their jobs, their livelihoods, their family, their friends. So this has become my family, now my tribe.
What does your family think about you coming here?
I'm in a super spreader event. So what? Maybe I am. I'm spreading love. I'm spreading my rights. I'm spreading for our freedom.
There is an overwhelming feeling of hurt and loss among the people we spoke to.
And he's let us down. Now, I've given up a 53-year career and 32-year command with Qantas to support those kids in Qantas and other airlines and other industries that now no longer have a job. Why are we filling our hospitals with trainee nurses when we've got thousands of them, paramedics, doctors, other frontline workers? 70,000 frontline workers in Australia are sitting on their hands at a time when you need it. I'm emotional about this. I care about these people. And if Scott Morrison and Barnaby Joyce cared about these people, he would start living in the truth. My message to Scott Morrison is, you need to do something very special to turn this around, because you are losing your people. If I were you, I would pull the premiers into Rome. I would enact the Australian Constitution. I would stop washing my hands of everything that you're doing. You're allowing the state premiers to ride roughshod. The Australian Federation is collapsing on your watch. The people want their jobs back. We don't want our kids vaccinated. We don't want our kids wearing masks. We're sick of dealing with families whose youth are suiciding at a rapid rate all over the country, while you don't care. We're sick and tired of border closures. We're sick and tired of being under the power of people like Mark McGowan, megalomaniacs like McGowan and Andrews and Palaszczuk. We're over it. We're sick of having to extend our houses to accommodate all the bureaucracy that you're trying to put in there. And we want our freedom back. And I'm telling you this, Scott Morrison, as your captain, because I've been your captain a long time and for many flights. And I put you on the ground in Canberra where no one else could because of my training and my ability. And my heart breaks for my country. And this morning I stood up in front of the War Memorial and we paid honour and tribute to the beautiful 100,000 souls who gave up their lives so we wouldn't have to come here and yell at you.
Did any of you lose jobs during the pandemic?
Everyone's lost their houses. Everyone's lost everything. And you know,
We've got nothing else to lose anymore.
We've got nothing left to lose.
And I rise to speak today about the shortage of workers in Victoria. And we've seen shortages across the board. And we still have staff shortages in hospitality, with businesses unable to open when they desperately need to get back on their feet. So we have shortages in hospitals, in schools, in agriculture, in transport, in funeral services, just to name a few. And yet we have thousands of healthy Victorians that are unable to work. They are locked out of society, many unable to make a living, just because they have made a personal choice about their body. They have chosen not to be vaccinated. Meanwhile, we have vaccinated Victorians having to undergo rat tests to be able to work. Now, this government allows disability workers who were infectious with COVID to work so the residents in their care would not be neglected because of an extreme staff shortage. Now, if permission can be given for infectious people to continue to work, why can't healthy, unvaccinated people be given permission to work? Now, surely making them undergo a rat test could entitle them to work, and it would relieve the staff shortages that we see across so many industries. We need to stop the mandates now. Otherwise, you'll continue to see the protests out the front of Parliament from now until forever, or at least this election. And I could only hope that the people in Canberra have a wonderful protest.
Watch this protester, a white supremacist, explain his motives for protest.
Where the hell were you? You weren't there. But now you want to come out in the freezing cold to oppose my fundamental human rights and freedoms. I'm not going to have it. I'm a black man standing beside my brother right here. This is my brother right here. And none of you have the right to tell me who to associate with and who not to associate with me. Because you did not come out and voice your concerns for the fact that Justin Trudeau banned me from leaving this country because of my medical decision, because I made a decision that he did not like.
Shut up, racist. Go back to Jamaica with your white supremacy nonsense. By the way,
I'm going to... If you like that video, why don't you hit the subscribe button, click the bell, like, comment, and share. It's that easy that I'm going to say it again. Hit the subscribe button, click the bell, like, comment, and share. Man, isn't that so easy? Wow.